Of Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Green Bay Packers. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah, go take. Yeah, now the roof. Team. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Flag. Yeah.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 17. Mike 17. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
2nd down. Haskins. Out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
That's it. 17's Mike. Mike 17.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Steps away to his left. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20.
Go.
Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional 1st down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yep.
backside guys,
Meh.
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Bryant, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready? X3, 218, chop it.
Now a give, right side. Bryant, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Mike 17. Mike 17. Oh, here we go.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Joker. Mike 17, Mike single.
Now Haskins on first down. He'll buy some time right. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34.
Rush in. Tight dog. Check.
Now Kamara. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On 1st down, it's Bryant. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Raiders 14, Packers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third down. Here's Haskins. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Bryant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Moore. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Get him. Hey, switch gears.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. 3 down. Hey, Leo. 3 down. Switch.
Haskins now off the bootleg. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
That was dumb.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
It was dumb, too.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gets around him. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bryant. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
50, play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here we go. 30 base. Check, 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 check.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
We play to win. Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They'll set up to throw. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
49, check 49, check 49.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Haskins to throw.
Give me that.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. 4th down, here's Haskins.
Hell no.
And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready? Move! Ten's the mic. Ten's the mic. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 10. Hey. Come on, D. They've got Mike 10 right here. Get it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, Charlie! There! Check hot. Go!
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Raiders.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll try the left side. Bryant takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
60 out more. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 10.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
What the
second down pass play
Get
there,
the
but it's
ball,
incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 17, Mike 17. Mike 17.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And the Raiders have got him. Montez Sweat gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26.
Man, damn.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Now a give right side. It's Bryant.
Stop spinning.
He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Look at me. Zipper.
2nd and 1. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Oh, get the head.
Down. Bryant, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Check 26, check 26. Now. That's me. Watch the eye. He's checking. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bryant. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Set, ready? 30 base. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Cut. Go. Get it.
They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's...
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Thomas, the intended target. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Raiders 38, Packers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right.
Thank you.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Go now. 8, read. Hey, zoom. Ready, go. And we're pretty cut up.
Now back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. This one into the hands of Burton. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Wide open.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try the left side. Bryant, that's a strong run. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Topper! Wild Bill! Hey, we got Mike 10 right here. Let's go!
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bryant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Coming to you. Yes.
2nd and 5. Bryant has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing on second and long. Haskins
Give me that.
gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. They go play action now. Haskins, they'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. On first down, it's Haskins. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. Short throw underneath to Hurst. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Kamara, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Haskins on first down, and it's complete. It's Damian Williams. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins.
Thank you.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On second down, it's Harris fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Third down. Here's Haskins. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
No.
And they will eventually get him down.
No touchdown.
Inside the
No touchdown.
Way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
Watch 41. Watch 41. Jim. Zip it. Go get him. Go get him. Mike said, no. Mike 17. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Try to pound it in, Kamara.
No
And this has been
touchdown.
a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be second and goal. Kamara trying again. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Now the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got Burton here. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take? And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Mike 17.
Play action. Haskins in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
That's how we do it.
A 7-yard ball. Brings up 3rd down.
It's our field.
A big off.